Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is your boy LG out here again. And the Manufacturers Cup Racing, this points race. Right now, this is the second race of the series. I think I was ranked in the top five, somewhere up there in Southern California, top 10 in all of California. This is the second race. Let's see if I can improve my position a little bit. I think I should. This qualifying. Qualifying for me don't always mean I want to be in the front. A lot of these guys I race with now really fast, so being in the front is not always ideal. Sometimes it is. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to be in the front, but if you can't start in front or second row, then you don't want to be up there. But I'm trying as hard as I can to qualify right now. I'm not sure where. This is the third lap, so this is my last lap. I'm not sure where I made my mistakes at, but that doesn't really matter once I start racing the race. This particular race, you probably could go all the way on the tires and just be slippery as hell. You got to do one pit stop, so most people just split it in half. It's just a 15 lap race, so whatever you want to do, 7 or 8. You can go 10 if you want. But another thing is that some cars are going to get very bad fuel mileage. Other cars are going to get great fuel mileage, but you're still going to have to either get tires or do something when you got to go in the pits anyway. And this guy on the side of me is fast right here. This Viper's fast. But if you can squeeze a 1,000th of a second out of your pit stop, it could make a great deal of difference on the track per se, because somebody else might put in fuel and you don't, or you put in fuel and they don't get tires, whatever it may be. I love races like this. This is when I try the best to have a good crew chief, which is myself, prior to the race, figuring out how many laps I'm running on the tires, how much gas am I going to have, am I going to do a splash and go, whatever. So this particular race, I didn't really know how the field was going to act. I know it was going to be really close. If I didn't, I wasn't going to make it if I was in the front. That's what I'm saying. Because the wind going to be pushing me. I wasn't cutting behind nobody else, saving fuel in their draft. So I knew if I was in the front for any long periods of time, a lap or two or whatever, I would have to put in gas. But if I can stay in the pack or stay behind somebody for about 4 or 5 laps or so, not so much, just stay behind them, let somebody else cut the wind for me without being in a position where I had to race and change lanes and do all that, I might have a chance on just one pit stop and no fuel, which is a gamble. I've run out of gas so many times doing this, but I've also won races by doing this. So let's see how I do out here this first lap. You're going to actually be able to go in the car with me. You're going to see the times of the people that the leader is on the left-hand side is in the red where my name is. And then the one time that's above my name is the car that's in front of me, which is one of the fastest cars on the track. And then the time that's clicking 1 second, whatever, behind me is the car that's behind me. Now that guy behind me is trouble. I don't know what his problem is. There's a couple other guys that drive him stupid, but you get a chance to see. This is the way I race the car. So when I sit in the car now, I used to race with the in-car view, and I might go back to that, but I just like this view better, so I can have more eyesight. When you drive with the in-car view, you got all the pillars and stuff just blocking the view. I didn't touch anybody coming through here, and look at this guy right here. Walmart, he is something else. He's a piece of work. Watch this here. Really? So he's not even happy. So what do you want to do is wreck me. I lost 2 spots because of that ignorance. And the reason why I mentioned the 2 spots is because I was up there looking very closely to get up there on the straightaway coming up, to get up there on behind third place. And just follow behind them. But of course, these guys are doing stupid shit. So third place would have been a white car up there. I was just basically gonna get up on him and ride him for a little while, push him, try to stay away from this group. By the time we got, but I got wrecked by this other Walmart idiot. Now this gorilla guy up here is something else because he's slow and he know it, so he decided he want to block me. It's early in the race to do stuff like that. It's a long race, you know. Find your groove and get in that. I don't understand this thinking of some of these guys sometimes, especially in the manufacturer's cup. Now this guy behind me right here, we'll run across him later on in the race. And I would have gave him a chance because what he does right here pushes me up there with a bump, which pushes me back up into his, so you can see his name and his number, his place of the car, pushes me back up there to this guy. But he that's him hitting the brakes. I was already on the brakes. It cost me though. It cost me. But I was on the brakes. I didn't just drive up into him. So he's on the inside of me now. He's a little pissed off, but I didn't just drive up to him. The other guy pushed my speed up, and I was on the brakes. When he bumped after me, I was on the brakes. So it is what it is. But I'm that guy. I'm going to stay wide. Let him do whatever he got to do. You know, it's the beginning of the race. It's the third lap. He can't even keep the car on the track by himself. No, that gave me some inkling that he was going to be a problem. Can't turn corners good. Coming down in front of me. Here's the idiot move right here. After this, I'll start talking. Look here. I got him. So he gonna come up out of his spot to block me from getting that little position. It's costly for me because he's slower than me. Slowing me down so much in here is crazy. But since I got a penalty, I just figured he'd get out of my sight. We won't have to deal with him no more. He's gone. I'm already going to lose 2 positions, maybe 3. So I got to concentrate on getting some fast laps before I take a pit. I should have been up in 4th. Fall all the way back to 12th. What a waste of a good race. But I never stopped racing though. I'm in this for the points. So I started 12th and back to 12. Imagine that. So we'll settle back in, try to get a nice little pace going. If I can get a pace and a rhythm going right here. I see 3 cars up here and these guys not racing, they bashing. So try to dip in the inside right here. Get them. Got 2 for 1. And I know they slower than me because they're back here doing too much. Daytona's one of the tracks where you just try to. These sweeping corners and long straightaway, you need to be with somebody instead of racing them. And basically, that's what's going on up in the front. They just follow behind the leader, farther and farther and farther out there, and we're not really catching them. But they don't think about that. They just race with one spot on the track. I need to get one spot right now. This is my spot. It's my spot. That's what these guys think. Yeah, I'm twitchy. I'm gonna try to bump draft him. Now I'm in his draft. See, it just sucked me, pull me. See how he got a little hesitation. It's gonna suck me right up to him, but he's thinking he need to try to do some stupid shit. Just go on up there. I'm gonna try to pass you right now. I want you to make it up through here fast as you can so we can get to the part of the track where I am fast at. Got a car in the mall by itself. That was really bad. So I remember a minute ago I went back to 12th. Up to 8th and Preston. This guy behind me can't drive with me. See, all squirty coming out the corners. Can't drive with me. He can bonsai it down the corner if he can catch the draft, but if he don't have my draft, he not doing nothing with me. Mind you, I'm still thinking about my fuel. I'm looking really hard. I've been racing. I haven't been behind nobody to even try to save the 2 laps that I needed to save fuel. I know because it's the car that I've been driving for over a year in all the manufacturers. Even before the movie came out, this is what I drive. That's why I got my custom paint on it. People are like, you need to put more stickers. No. I like it like it is. It's my color. Smurfy blue. I got Phillies the Cat, some California stuff on it. I got a little Nissan winning flags on it. Oh, that guy's trash. So I still can't catch nobody to try to save some fuel. It's tricky. I'm on lap 5, looking at my gas. Now I'm thinking, I was gonna leave the car out to save some gas, but because I'm on the pit on lap 8, if I need gas, I'll get gas. No matter if it's a gallon or half a gallon or whatever, if I need it. But if I don't, I'm planning on not getting it because I just want to win this one race. Get out. For you people that don't know, this is the day, the Saturday that PlayStation was down for 20 hours, 17 hours or whatever. I get up on race morning, trying to practice like I do around 7 o'clock, get ready for the 8 o'clock race, run the first race, and see how I do. And that gives me the opportunity to run another one. So I got till 12 o'clock. So if I start at 8 and then like an hour race or whatever, I have time to run a few races before 12 o'clock Saturday. The Wednesday race is not a big deal for me. I could run them all day if they have a spot open. So, like I said, I still haven't got my fuel situation under control. Excuse me. I smoke a lot of here. But, so I'm right now. I'm thinking about catching him, but I'm thinking like, man, we'll see how the next couple of laps. See if I got a half a tank of gas. Where I'm at when I get to 7 laps. But if you don't know, I'm coming up to 7 laps right now. I mean, it looks like I got enough, but I don't. It looks like it. I'm still trying to catch up to the car in front of me, leave that guy behind me a little bit. I would love to catch that car in front of me before I go into the pits. Because if I can catch him before I come in the pits, my pit strategy is a lot of people are going to take a splash of fuel. A lot of people are going to need to get fuel. My strategy is let's just bypass the fuel, get fresh tires, get right back on the track. That's what I'm trying to do. It's a lot of seconds in the pit to do that. Got a guy off the track right here. Got a guy off the track. We out. Now that really changed things for me. Wasn't expecting to see that right now. Somebody off the track, but it is what it is. Still looking at that fuel right now. This is lap 7. I can't really call it at this point, y'all. I'm saying in my mind like I got enough. You know, I'm looking at the fuel real close. I'm just staring at the gauge. Like half a tank, give me 7 laps. But if you're looking at the fuel gauge, it's moving. It's a very hard decision for me. So I'm gonna roll it one more. At that corner, I just lifted, trying to coast in there and save a little bit, couple ounces, just by lifting it, not driving all the way down in there, hitting the brakes hard because we're just trying to save a little bit. If I could catch this car, I would push him until he pitted and then pass him. But at this point, I'm staying on my pit strategy. That's one thing about me. Once we come to the determination that that's the pit window, unless something drastically happens, we stay with that regardless. So that's what the plan that comes in that practice. So regardless, I'm making good time on him. I'm making good time on leaving that car behind me. So we just going to stay in my pit window. Got another whole half a race to try to get one more spot, 2 more spots, or whatever it's going to be. Looks like that lead pack is really, really out there. It's 22 seconds. Never going to catch them unless somebody wrecks. So I'm going to go in right now, check everything. I'm rolling the dice right now, like we can do it. That's what I'm thinking. I can do it. So I'm not. Get some new tires. This has been a pretty good race for me. I had a lot of incidents in the beginning that cost me seconds. Bumping up the track. So let's just see if I can put down a couple of good laps. Let's see what I could do. So I'm not gonna be nothing too aggressive. But I need to put down a fast lap. Come out the pits. I gotta be careful. Tire's not up to temperature yet, so they can slide out from under me. So we're just gonna go into these corners a little nicer. So it's the warm-up lap, the ninth lap. I'm trying to keep my tires under me. I don't know what kind of tires he got on him. Did he already pit? Is his tires hot? Whoa, out. I don't know. All I can do is try to remember my game plan, because it's it right now. Just run it out right now. Run her out. Those 3 cars, we can't do nothing with them. That's the lead pack. They all put it together. That's what it is in the front. I should have been with them. But that's racing. Some doctors, they getting fuel. See, they had issues. They getting fuel and stuff. I didn't get it. I'm like, they're getting fuel. You can watch the numbers change. Getting fuel. Need a splash. A lot of these guys need fuel. So that track position that I gained, saving. Oh, here we go. So I should have just drove it in there. But I gave him space. By my calculations, I need to say just 2 quarts. run the rest of this race like she came. It really was a good race for the manufacturers to have second race of the season. And hopefully I can keep this position and don't lose it, if nothing else. Four laps to go. The guys behind me on some little bit fresher tires. He keep going wide, but he I can't be mad because he's driving the car, putting it where he needs to put it at, so I can't stick my nose in there and get around. So it's good racing. If you're a good blocker, you're a good blocker. So he's inside on every corner. He's blocking everything like he think I'm gonna get in there. That's not what I'm planning on doing. So it's a good race for me. I'm going to go ahead and let this run out, I guess. We'll see. At the end of the race, you see me go to the high side by the wall the last lap. And that's because most people can't drive up there without hitting the wall. And I went up there because he was catching me. So in order for him not to catch my draft, like right now, you'll see me last lap, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to stay on the other side of the white lines. That's something everybody can't do. 1% of drivers can get on the other side of the line because it looks like you're going to hit the wall, but there's more than enough space. About 10 feet between that line and that. So you can get your car up there if you get older. And I did that the last lap to keep that BMW from getting around me because he couldn't do it. But as long as he had the draft, he could have got around me. And you'll see that at the end. So we're going to go and get out of here. I wanted to just touch bases a little bit, chop it up with y'all. You know, I'm back out here trying to make it happen in Manufacturers Cup. Yeah.